Hi, and welcome to Paper Route Scrapbooking. I'm Nadine, and today I'm starting with a sketch from the 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life, Series 18. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm starting with a sketch from Series 18 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. All of the sketches are sent to Christy specifically to be used for the series, so if you like to be inspired by sketches, you can find all of these sketches from all 18 series in the albums section of Christy's Facebook group called 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. You can find a link to that in the description of this video, along with a link to the collaborative playlist where scrappy YouTubers who are using the sketches from the series can add their videos and viewers can watch a variety of interpretations of each sketch. Today is day 25, and our sketch creator is Sheana Sparks. I couldn't find a collection kit or a homemade kit or anything that I felt like really went with my photo today, so I just grabbed some papers off of my rainbow shelves and a few embellishments, and we're just gonna roll with it. So this is the photo I'm scrapbooking today. It is from the pre-printed photos that I had that I'm trying to work through this month, and this is the prospector. He is found in Sumas, Washington. And so I did a little bit of journaling down here. I didn't find much information on him, but that's what I have. And then I'm going to, and here's our sketch by Sheana. So it's the outside border here, and then an inside border here. And then we have this for our two photos. I only have one photo, but I'm just gonna roll with that. And then she has clusters here, here, and here. She has some little notes on here that show where the journaling is going to go and that sort of thing, but I think I'm going to put my journaling up with my photo because my photo is a bit bigger than what those ones look like. And then, yeah, so we're going to start with the papers. I am going to use this one as my background. So I'm just going to cut off the branding strip here and we will start with that. What's this from? This is a paper rose paper called Summer Holiday. So paper rose is from Australia. So this is going to be our background paper. And then I was thinking for the square in the center, instead of like measuring out a square, I'm just going to cut around this bandana piece closer to the pattern. Yeah, I actually like it on the blue better, so I think I'm going to put it on here. This paper is, I think, just out of like an old Costco pack of paper. I have a few of them, but it kind of gives that denim sort of look. So I am going to ink up the edges and glue that down. Here we go. So that's a fun start. So then in our sketch, we also have a block over here. So I guess that's what I'll use this wood grain for. And that's going to house my photo and my journaling. So let's see, what do I think that's going to be? Maybe like this is 4 1/4. So this should be like 4 3/4, I'm thinking. Okay, now Sheana has her title across this corner piece here, but the font that I used is pretty big, so I think I'm going to try to fit mine kind of somewhere down here. It is this font. They're foam stickers from Sticko. Is Sticko? Yeah, they're EK Success. I thought so. So I think I'm just going to line up, I think I want it like under my journaling. So this is actually a Q, so I'm going to clip off the tail on the Q so that I can use it as an O. So I had a question about how I pick my, like what I pick out first. So for 30 Days of Sketches, I have been starting with the sketch, matching up my already printed photos to each sketch based on what the sketch looks like and what shape my photos are in and how many photos I have for that, etc., etc. And then from there, I take my photo and I choose what papers I want to use. So usually I pick from a collection kit. I looked at a couple of like farm and camping kind of collections for this one, but I didn't find anything that I felt like matched as I wanted. So I just went ahead and went to my rainbow papers, and I looked at, he has a red shirt and blue jeans. So I went to my reds and found that bandana, which I felt like met the mood and feel of this photo. And then that when I found this like denim looking paper, I felt like that went well with his blue jeans. So that's what I picked. And then I went to my color bins and my metals and picked out some embellishments that I thought could go with this. So yeah, once I chose the black matting for my photos, then I decided to go with a black font. And then it was just about finding the ones that had all the letters for my title. Yeah, that's kind of how I pick things. So that's my magic formula. I like to go about it in different ways though. Sometimes I start with the paper. Like if I'm excited about a paper collection, I'll do that. I also have a series on base pages where I already have a page finished, and then I go pick my photos to go on it. So lots of different ways that I can do that. But first 30 days of sketches, that's my process. So there we go. So there's my title. We have photo journaling title. We need our date. So here's my little box of goodies that I had put together to go with this sketch and the mood and feel of it and whatnot. And it has some little labels in there so I can put my date on here. Tuck it a little bit. There we go. So now we have our photo journaling title and date. We could leave it just like that, but I always love to embellish. So we're going to put some embellishment cluster bases on, as I feel like I need something under there. And I just felt like they were subtle and they go with the kind of like mood and feel, I guess, of what's happening on this page. Now she does like a whole corner thing, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to put a cluster there. So let's get And so if we want to talk a little bit about the clusters and how I decide what goes where, really it's just a matter of, well, in this case, I start with the sketch. So if the sketch gives me kind of an indicator of where I'm going to put things, then I'll start with that. And then if I need to move it, I will. And I like to start when I have a little selection of things like this. I like to start with whatever's the biggest first, and then go move my way down so that when I'm layering, more of the bigger things are showing, and then the little things will get layered on top. Now let's see what I have. So next biggest thing I think is this burlap tag. I need to kind of decide if I even want to use it. And then we have some ticket pieces, and this one was just another option for stamping my date, but I could use it also as a label. Now I kind of like the idea of this because we were traveling, so that's where we were. And this guy is, like I said, in Sumas, Washington, Suma. And it is a little town like by the Sumas Mountains. And so they, back in the gold mining days, they had a trail there. And so they would stop in that little town probably for, you know, gathering supplies or coming back to restock or whatever. So that's their little tribute to that, which is kind of cute. So there we go. And then we have some clocks that could go on here too, because I feel like it acknowledges the passage of time and how times have changed, that sort of thing. This one. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so I have these little, I think these are from Tim Holtz. They have little, they're all dog tags. I don't know what you would even call these, charms. And they all have a word and then a number. I don't know what the number means, but I thought that was kind of cute. So I thought we could add one of those in each little cluster. And I grabbed my scrapper's floss because they have those little holes in them. And I thought the scrapper's floss would be kind of cute in the hole of each of these little tag pieces. Are we going to call them tags? We can call them tags. Metal tags. What else? So I also have this little, what do you call these? Charm label? I don't know. It has, it's this like bronze color, but I felt like it could go, oh, it could go with my title, Prospect or Hope. I feel like the people who went gold planning definitely had hope. So I felt like when I saw that little one, I'm like, ooh, that should go on my layout somewhere. These ones say Journey, Wander, and Believe. So there we go. Then I have some arrows. Now on her sketch, Miss Sheana also has arrows. So she has them on either side of her photos. So I would like to put mine with my photos as well, but I was thinking something more around the photo. Maybe I just need the two. These little cute arrows are from my friend Solfrid. She's from the UK, and she is part of the Ginger's Corner Facebook group where we swap embellishments, and she sent me a little gift. Even though we weren't on the same team, a bunch of the ladies send gifts. It's such a beautiful, wonderful group of people. So these are really cool. I love them. So those are going to go on my photo. And then I thought these stars, these wood veneer stars, were really cute too. Maybe we can get one in each cluster. And I also have some brads. I don't think I'm going to use these ones. They don't really fit in with what I'm doing, but I might put these ones down to kind of like highlight my title, almost like an underline thing. I also grabbed out some of these old photo turns. I think these were also from Close to My Heart. And I thought these could go with my arrows. So one there and one there. Okay, so we have our things laid down. I popped the brads in and stuff. That all that flipping of the paper and stuff can be weird on camera, so I'll cut that out. But I also grabbed these little enamel dots, I guess, but they're like clear, and so I just put them on my 3 brads here. I thought that just added a little something. And then all we need left is our finishing touches. So we're going to grab these gold, these are from Your Next Stamp. They're called Gumdrops Self-Adhesive Enamel Dots, and they're gold glitter, which I thought would be appropriate for a layout about our gold panner here. There we go. So we have a large, medium, and small in each of our 3 clusters around the page. And I think that is going to be my completed layout for today. I hope you are feeling inspired, and there will be a close-up shot and some detail shots at the end of the video. And I also post my layouts on Instagram as well as my Paper Route Scrapbooking Facebook page, so you can check those out too. I will have them linked in the description box. A big thank you to Christy for putting on another series of 30 Days of Sketches, and to our sketch creator today, Sheana. If you are coming here from the 30 Days of Sketches playlist, thank you so much for spending some time on my channel. I really hope that you enjoyed my video, and I hope that you will come back again. That's it for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and if you have any questions or comments, just leave them down below and I'll get back to you just as soon as I can. Have a great day, everyone. Bye for now.